manageability for teachers is much better than we thought it was going to be. When we initially heard about SLOs and what it was going to look like for us to have to do student growth measurement and have that be a part of our evaluation system, it was very scary for the teachers because that sounds very big. Once we actually took a look at the SLOs and we were able to really use a lot of what we were already doing and just tweak it, refine it, make it more effective, we saw that the SLO process was very manageable. It didn't turn out to be any more paperwork than we'd already had. It didn't turn out to be anything that was overwhelming or too much or very, very time consuming. As a principal, I definitely think that the SLOs give me really good information on the effectiveness of my teachers, and when we look at those essential learning outcomes and we keep those important things from year to year, the students change but the essential learning outcomes don't, and so we can look at those things and know from year to year we're looking at how those students are growing in that and how effective the teachers can really be in teaching that essential learning skill to all different kinds of students, to all different classes as they progress from year to year.
As I've worked with teachers, especially in writing, I can see teachers really knowing exactly, not just, oh, this kid needs help in writing, this is what this child needs in writing. This is what they're struggling with. And it's being part of our building problem-solving team where we get together and meet with students. Teachers are now able to say, you know, this specific skill is what's missing. And I'm seeing this skill missing in writing and I'm seeing this skill missing in reading, and we can start seeing patterns come together as we see those specific skills and we hone in on those skills. And I think in the end that can only help our students.
I think the most important, the information that I gained that was the best was that I could actually see their growth, and it was a specific skill or standard. So it wasn't general growth, but I could really pinpoint where their growth was and see them move along the rubric. And they were able to see themselves grow with setting goals, looking at their pre-assessment, looking at the post-assessment, and see the growth in themselves as well. I think too it's important to choose standards that are going to challenge me as a teacher instead of choosing a standard that I know my students will achieve by the end of 5th grade. So choosing a standard that's going to allow me to think outside the box, to pull resources from other teachers in the building, to do some research on my own, to really have those students grow and make changes is going to help me as an educator, but also help them as students.
I think it made us feel better as a teacher because we knew that we were doing something that we knew that it helped the students. We got the data at the end, or the feedback from the results of the test, and it made us feel like we actually accomplished something.
It was eye-opening because as a team we've discussed going over a writing prompt with Julie Blaine before, when we had used to do that where we would bring all of our papers together and grade them together. We missed that, and this brought us back to doing that, and we gained so much information knowing that the percentage was amazing because most of our kids grew. I mean, and that's what we wanted them to do using our rubric. We wanted them to do one step above, or move one step, and it was incredible. The information was amazing. I feel that it is extra work, but it's work that needs to be done. It's work that has benefited us, and it's work that showed a lot of information for us as teachers, which is very valuable. And I even though it was a little bit of extra work, now that we've done one, the rest is smooth sailing. I don't see us having any problem taking 10 minutes. I wouldn't even say it would be more than 10 minutes, because now we know where to plug the information in, and we already have a rubric that has started, and like I said, I could definitely use it to differentiate, but I don't see that it's any more work. It's just work that honestly should be done, because it gives you a lot of valuable information.
So next year, and not saying that we won't, but we just won't get into it as deeply. We'll start narrative writing a lot earlier, and then we also want to create like a kid-friendly rubric that we will show them from the very beginning and say, here's what we're looking for, and then have them keep that in their journals or their writer's workshop notebooks. That way every time we work on it, they can say, okay, do I have my events sequence? Did I use my temporal words? And so we would like to do that for next time also.
I think the biggest takeaway is to remember that this is not about showing everybody has 85% mastery. This is about how every student can show growth, and that this is a chance for you to show your effectiveness as a teacher, and not a task that is just busy work because we said so, you know. So this is a really good chance for you to demonstrate, you know, what your kids can do and what you can do. And I think I really liked hearing how many of you said we were so much more focused. We had to really analyze this and look at this, and I think that that's something we can do in all of our lessons. And so give yourselves a big pat on the back. That was fabulous. You guys did a really good job.